No, but for Streamlabs. There you go.
Are we good now?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. I was just
I should have
not
probably
auto-set
unmuted
for
myself
whatever
real
reason.
quick to see.
All right, perfect. Well,
Okay, we're good now.
scuffed.
Listen, whatever happened for the past minute didn't happen. Anyway, start the introductions again.
No, we're good. We're good. We still have Audacity. It's fine.
Okay.
It's been a minute since we've had a scuffed thing like this, so you know what? It's just back to basics. It's fine.
That's fair.
Back to episode 1.
I haven't hosted in forever. It's a new computer.
All right, so Josh, you want to take us into the synopsis real quick of Tokyo Zombie?
Sure thing. I'm going to throw a little bit of background in there. So this is based off of a manga that came out in 1999. The movie came... Is it sour?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna do our caffeine for the night.
Well, I mean, I already drank through my coffee. We can do that after
The
this.
totally caffeinated beverage. Don't worry about it.
Drinking water, so...
Extra caffeine ginger ale.
Dude, I wish.
Extra
That'd just be my
caffeine.
boost for the rest of the day, you know? Of course you have, you goddamn caffeinated weeb, says Hopper.
You know it.
Yeah.
So this is based on a manga that came out in 1999. Movie came out in 2005, and it was localized for like the U.S., UK, and I think they said New Zealand in 2009. At about 104-minute runtime. It was actually localized by Manga Entertainment. Yes, I said that right. It's Manga. This company has nothing to do with publishing manga. They publish anime. I know it's a really misleading fucking title. But they've localized titles such as Battle Angel Alita, Dead Leaves, Fist of the North Star, Ghost in the Shell. They worked with Namco, or Bandai Namco, for Standalone Complex and Ninja Scroll.
Oh,
That's badass.
So,
that movie coming back to haunt us.
I like it. So
Not the goosh goosh.
I love the movie, but goose.
So we've got for lead roles of Fujio. Is forgive me if I butcher the name. You know the actor's name. Tadanobu Asano.
Tadanobu Asano.
There you go. Who was English voice actor was Patrick Seitz.
Patrick Seitz?
Yes. One Piece, Bleach, and Sasha. I'm sure you're gonna get this one.
Oh boy.
Who else did he?
Oh.
No. Dio.
Who else?
Dio, yeah.
Kono Dio.
Say it. Kono Dio da.
He hasn't watched JoJo's. He wouldn't know that.
Yeah, no.
I watched all the dubbed. I do need to go watch back this, or I'm sorry, the sub. I do need to go back and watch the dub though. Except second season.
I'm probably not gonna watch the dub.
Mamma
Enjoyed it.
mia. Like, oh please no.
But it
Caesar.
was also another lead actor, Mitsuo, which was Sho Aikawa,
Mi-chan.
right?
Sho Aikawa, I believe.
Yeah. Whose English voice actor was Christopher Corey Smith, who's done stuff that's like High School DxD, One Piece, and whatnot. One name that I was not familiar with as the role in the movie, so I could not find which character this was Yukirin. Or I'm sorry, I probably butchered the pronunciation of that as well.
Wait, whom?
Which
Yukirin?
Yeah.
Yukirin? Oh, you mean
That
the
was-
woman?
That was probably the
was
woman,
that-
yeah.
I thought it was
Was that her?
Yukio or something.
Do you know who her English voice actor was?
No?
Kyra Buckland.
What has she done?
2B from Nier
Oh
Automata.
shit!
Oh.
Skullgirls, Demon Slayer. She was also in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Like I saw that title out of. I mean, that was the only name that I personally recognize out of the list of voice actors, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is obviously a pretty early role for her.
Damn. Yeah, now that I
Right.
think about it, it's like all these people are now like superstars in like the localization community now, but these were probably a lot of like starting jobs for them back in the day.
Oh yeah.
They actually when looking at it, they still had quite a few titles under their belt at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, that's good.
and I know Sean's gonna have a little expansion on some of the dub later on because he was actually pointing out quite a bit that I didn't actually notice. But to give a quick synopsis of the movie, Fujio and Mitsuo, two full-time slackers who work in a fire extinguisher factory. They spend their lunch periods training to fulfill a dream of being jiu-jitsu champions, who one day, their boss stumbles on them, and they accidentally kill him.
They casually
take
commit
him
murder.
to a place they call Black Fuji, which is a giant dumping ground where everybody gets rid of their trash, toxic waste, and apparently bodies.
A lot of them.
After disposing
Actually
of their
going
boss,
and
the dead starts
Bury
to
their
rise.
mom alive.
Oh yeah.
It was really interesting because we just see them casually commit murder, and then we're like, why are they not phased by this? And then when they cut to them going to Black Fuji and everybody dumped their bodies, we're like, oh, that's why they're not phased by this. This is a casual Friday.
Murder is
Well, but
very casual in this world.
But it's so strange because, like, yeah, murder's being all casual and whatnot, but, like, there's also the point where, and I know we're just going to talk, like, little bits and pieces, but, like, there's the dude with his girlfriend, and she kicks the mom's head off as he's burying her
Fucking
alive.
Football punks it.
Straight up. And then there's Fujio, and he sees his old teacher who used to molest him and all that. And
apparently he didn't. Okay.
yeah, okay, sure. He has the face of a man who's been done by another man.
guy. Yeah.
His face of a man who's been diddled.
Yes.
Wait, did they
In the
please tell me
English.
they said
That's
diddle?
the English
In the-
version. The English
Oh.
version, they went hard, dude.
In the English version, they went like much more straightforward with it.
Oh
Yes,
no.
very, very much so.
Anyways, whenever he just like does his little fucking run down the hill with the shovel and starts
the crack
beating
shot
his
up every time.
teacher. Oh, dude. Fujio's run. I love Fujio's run in this movie. It is so just extra. I love it. But
It's special.
he's running down the hill and just starts wailing on the teacher after talking to him for like a quick second with a shovel. The teacher doesn't die. Meanwhile, everyone else dies with like nothing because the teacher kills a kid by apparently spanking him too hard.
Oh, audience, help you envision this. His run is him keeping his arms like at his side while he's still running, and like his arms like don't move. He's just kind of like trotting down along.
Hop, 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 hop.
Yeah,
It's
it's a very funny visual.
I mean, I will say how serious they are about everything. I feel like that adds to the comedy even more.
It really does.
Because like the lack of like emotion, like you said, when they kill, just I mean, I feel like it makes it funnier. Kind of like, oh shit, that happened again. You know,
A
like,
silly
you start wondering,
juxtaposition.
it's like, how many guys have they accidentally killed?
Yeah. By the way, I think the body count just for Fujio came out to like 10 that we saw.
Dude, after he killed the boss, he had this insatiable bloodlust. We're in like the first 10 minutes of the movie, and he killed like what 3 people?
Yeah, the real zombie was Fujio all along.
Bruh.
It's fucking awesome.
Don't murder people. That's the moral of the story.
And if you see someone on the road, make sure you stop before you run them over. Especially when there's like a full football field length between you and the person. Make sure you stop.
And make sure you don't leave Calpus unattended inside of your vehicle.
Speaking of which,
Wait.
are you guys familiar with what that is?
Calpus, yeah, it's booze.
Well, it's basically it's almost like a vanilla flavor. I think is what I saw. I want to say it's a soda.
It's a
I
vanilla
thought-
flavored
I thought it
booze,
was like
if I remember correctly.
I think it's a vanilla soda from what I read.
Yeah, I thought it was like a twist on Calpico. Like it was like a ripoff.
Hold on.
The movie's version of Calpico. Which Calpico,
That's Yeah,
If you
that's
don't
what they
know, it's
called
like
it in the
Uncarbonated
English.
soft drink manufactured by Calpisco or Calpico.
Oh no, I thought okay.
subsidiary
Never
of
mind.
Russian
It was
breweries.
just
yeah. So
soda. I was wrong.
Yeah.
it's a plain or vanilla soda.
It's like a milky soda. I've had one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
oh,
sounds
kind of
so
like
good.
okay. Yeah, they're pretty good. Okay, I know what
That
this is.
sounds so damn good, actually.
It is. It's a little like I don't know, like not. I don't want to say coconutty, but
No, it's like vanilla.
yeah, more vanilla, I guess. But like, if you ever had coconut milk, not coconut water.
Yeah, coconut milk.
Oh,
Coconut milk.
Yeah.
is so awful.
I
Yes,
feel like
it
this
is.
was just a giant product placement for Calpis and those chips. Those chip bags are freaking
Why,
everywhere.
why
dude.
did they invest so much in this?
Oh,
movie?
what was the Hearty something? No, Heart Chippy or something.
Heart,
Yeah, like heart chippy.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Heart
That
something.
sounds about right.
Oh yeah, but anyways, so what Josh was talking about earlier about me talking about the dubs, and it was something I noticed that we have like this great cast and everything. It shows that they have a lot of experience doing like voiceover dubbing because their syllable count was on point with the actual like katakana and hiragana syllables that they were using. So whatever they were saying for the English like translation sense, they're not just straight translating it, they're actually trying to make sure that it sticks with the syllable count.
And so
They were
it
doing
matches
a
up.
yes, so it matches up with the actual like mouth movement. It was on point. It was great. It really showed their experience with dubbing.
Beautiful localization.
Yes. Great job,
Speaking of
guys.
which, I actually enjoyed the music as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's such a
Dun,
wide range
dun,
of different types
dun,
of music.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dude, it seems
dun.
like such a low budget film, but honestly, like, regardless of the budget that it had, it fucking destroyed it. Like, half the movie had me in fucking stitches.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. But I mean, I feel like after like the guy taking the truck with the Kelpis guy,
Yeah.
I feel like after that, I feel like there was a small drop off in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it got a little bit. It seemed like they were trying to, like, hurry up towards the conclusion.
I did not need a 5-year time skip.
Yeah, the 5-year time skip was a little
Jarring.
excessive. And yeah, it really was just very jarring. Like, oh, wait, we're here now? Okay. That seems a little. Yeah, all right. It makes you
And
wonder if
Josh-
there's like a cut somewhere.
Definitely.
Josh
took
brought
a
up a good point. Whenever they did the little time skip back in his memory about the whole like cancer, it would have been nice if we had like a time skip thing then, like he said, like 6 months ago or something like that.
Which
Just
I
because if they were going to be using a time skip later on and then one at the very end, it would have been nice, like, to like pretty much introduce us to that at an earlier point.
I think I might have been wrong there. That wasn't a flashback. It was more of he was having a nightmare and remembering it when after we watched the scene again. Which again, it would have been nice if they kind of verified because when he woke up
And he ran into the whole
they fell asleep
thing.
wrestling.
Yeah,
That's right.
'cause he wakes
So-
up after he runs into the wall.
Because I was going to say every other time skip or whatever, they were on point with saying, "Oh, hey, you mean you even showed like 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago when they showed when was it Mitsuo got bit, and you find out that throughout the whole thing, Mitsuo just lets everything go to his head. Nothing was wrong with the dude the whole time. Like,
He's a hypochondriac.
Yeah, he's a bit delusional.
It's so good though. And then he's just there with a zombie that's like walking up to him like, "You idiot! I'm one of you." And the zombie's like, "Oh shit, my bad, man, my bad."
The zombies don't even know their own kind.
the zombie even nodded like, "Oh, sorry."
He's like, the zombie doesn't even know their own kind. What the hell? He's just like,
Yeah, I was confused by that though. It's like he's obviously not one of them, but suddenly they have some kind of logic or reasoning where if you shout at them, like slap them on the top of the head, they'll be like, "Oh, my bad, bro." Why? They know when you're not a
Unclear.
zombie.
Well, I mean, if we talk about that, then we also need to talk about like Fujio's Fist of the North Star explosion punch thing, whatever he
Oh, that was
did to
fucking
him,
awesome.
where his face was just pulsing and everything. It was disgusting.
Yeah, we were half
mean,
expecting
there's
that.
that,
type of
there
thing to
was-
explode.
The one punch in Fujio's first fight after
Yes,
flash forward where the dude's face dented in.
Yeah.
The
Fujio's
wrestler getting
One
his
Punch
face,
Man.
or like I'm sorry, his
The
abdomen
boxer.
completely caved in.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, by what was his name?
Wait, what?
Was it Gory?
No, Goro.
No, I think it was
Gory
Gory
was
because
the
I was like, I made the joke about Goro.
Goijo was the wrestler,
Goji, I
but
think was.
his
Yeah.
and then his partner was like Sadra,
Yeah.
something like that. And yeah,
They basically get jobbed. Well, one of them gets jobbed.
The smile. Can we talk about the smile from the announcer? The creepiest fucking thing in the
Oh.
scene. Oh my
Massive
God.
shit-eating grin.
Like, it was so bad. Like every time I got a good laugh out of it. Every time I see that.
It is a hearty
could-
it was
smile.
just
If you
It
could
was
put
straight,
get fucked
like-
nerd into a smile, that was it.
Yes. Oh, now I need to absolutely like screen cap that. Fuck.
yeah, that'd be a good one actually. Straight meme text it.
Yeah, dude.
God, just the way that they always portray these characters, like that, like Fujio's teacher and the announcer. It's just the way they portray them.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're so
oh,
goddamn creepy.
Go for it, Josh. I think I know
he
exactly.
brings up a good point. Every pervert in this movie was severely punished. And you got the teacher who was punished because obviously he was diddling his students. The zombie bites his pecker off. That's how he dies. And this is after, after Fujio beats the living shit out of him with a shovel, he ends up getting up, and they ended up pantsing him and leaving there without pants or underwear, mind you. And then
He crawls
so-
over.
he finds himself a little treasure, which he thinks he's going to be fine. Needless to say,
Bingo.
Bingo.
made sure he was good and hard for it to get ripped off.
In other words, he found some head and was hoping to get some head.
Instead, the zombie got some head.
He doesn't typically let girls do this.
Physically grimacing.
Yeah, like I was just like, oh gods, can we just?
I will say that was the nice thing, though, that was at least a little gratifying, is that like the perverts were punished.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
nice.
Like
at
he even
least.
got the old man later on. Like he was like dispatched immediately.
And the lady just doing her little daily jog,
Yeah.
and she just looks and goes, "Nope."
She just turns around.
In the English, there was no little. Sadly,
Aw,
I really enjoyed that one in the subbing.
it was so fucking good, dude.
So I mean, I will say, and I don't know personally. I kind of mentioned this to Sean earlier. When it comes to, and maybe you guys don't, I don't know, do the same place that do localization for, like, you know, the dubbing, do they also do the subs?
I think it's done by the parent company, and localization is passed off to a third party.
Okay.
Or well, third party if it's not a bigger company, and you know, through their publishing division in that country if it was from a larger company, I think.
I tried to Google do localization teams do subs and dubs, and all I got is just sub versus dubs debate. God damn it!
We already fucking settled that.
I'm not gonna find
Well,
the information I need.
The reason I ask is because I was noticing there was inconsistency with the use of baka. Now I know there's like multiple ways it's used, but I'm saying with localization, you think they kind of would have stuck to one form of use.
I think if they
well,
already had a script laid out,
with
just use that, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the dub, they were using Baka in the sense of calling him an idiot. Well, let's be honest. I'm not going to say it for obvious reasons, but
Yeah.
Baka in Japanese, they went full on for a different direction.
Yeah, no, they went as aggressive as possible. And,
Yep.
I mean, theoretically, yeah, I get that.
Well, I mean, even
Because-
in English, they took it in a different direction too. Like when they throw the chick in the back of the truck
Yeah.
in Japanese, she's like, "Where are you taking me?" And in English dubbed, she's like, "Are you gonna rape me?" It's like, whoa,
Whoa.
like that is completely different, like
Yeah.
energy levels there.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're localizing, you kind of just, take what you have and work with it. But, I mean, with that, you can never fully analogize two languages because, certain words just, we don't have a word for Schadenfreude as much as I wish we did. And stuff like that. So, I mean, they kind of have to take liberties here and there.
The fuck is Schadenfreude?
The hell of
Schadenfreude is my favorite. It is the enjoyment of the pain of others.
Ah.
Or not
okay.
pain, but
Not fucked up.
misfortune, mostly.
It's not just sadism.
Kind of, not really. It's more of like gaining a satisfaction from such.
So getting off on the misfortune of others.
Yeah, I guess we don't really have a word for it.
Yeah,
You know?
like there's not really a very good English analogous term. There's close, but there's nothing quite what we're looking for. And it's the same thing with other languages too.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to infer whatever you can, because for all we know, it's pretty much the same level of inflection there, whichever term you would use.
Still kind of a big leap though to go from in the subs and the dubs.
Yeah, especially in the van. Yeah, but I mean, I can kind of get why they did that with the other subs.
I'm just culturally how they view the context, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something else where they kind of drop the ball. So, Mitsuo's bald. So, the running gag in the movie is everybody called him, the bald guy.
Yeah.
Whereas in the truck,
Zombo.
in the English dub, she refers to him in the truck as old man, and it's like everything else was the bald guy. And then she went back to using the bald guy. It's like, you already dropped it. Like, it was a running gag, and you dropped it. Now you're trying to pick it up again.
And you fucked it up.
You fucked it up.
So it kind of lost some of its momentum, I feel, a little bit. I mean, it's still funny. I get it. But it's like then you're like, oh, I screwed up. I used the wrong joke. I don't know. I felt like it lost its consistency that it did in the subs.
In the subs
Yeah.
or the dubs?
The dubs is where she dropped the ball.
Okay,
'Cause she
so
referred to
because
him
you
as
said
old man.
subs a moment ago.
I'm sorry, yeah. Well, I was saying subs was better because the consistency was there.
Right.
Because like whenever they were referred to bald man, yeah, other bald people exist, but you're thinking Mitsuo.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of think, if I am remembering correctly, that most of the time they kind of just shipped it out to a third-party company.
Yeah, that's
Could be possible, yeah. Would have saved them on costs.
Yeah, rather than having to hire someone local for it.
yeah.
I mean, this was 2005, so would have cost them a pretty penny.
Might I
Well,
say,
it was localized in 2009, so that was a whole 4 years of them dancing around with localization somewhere in there.
Yeah, but localization was still shit until post 2010s.
So I mean, I would recommend it if somebody's gonna watch this. Please take the time to watch the sub version. It's a lot better.
oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
so good.
enjoyable. Like I prefer dubs, but this one I had an absolutely wonderful time Like
Even
they,
some of the line delivery, just it added to the comedy.
yeah, they just deliver lines just like, is so like friendly and happy despite the situation.
I mean,
Shit like that.
I'll give them credit. They did a good job with the dub as far as the main actors. But I meant like with the line delivery, with some of it, with the two main actors went. They wanted to be. They said they did the role completely serious, and that's what added to it. The line delivery with the seriousness. Like, I'm sorry, when Fujio came back, because he could, the keys were in the ignition the whole time, and they were trying to get away. At his line delivery, when he gets to that, hey, it was in here the whole time. And like, just kind of like, oh, nonchalantly, hey, it just happened to be here. There's not like there weren't zombies there or some shit.
Like it's just
and
a normal.
The delivery was perfect. It was hilarious.
I don't know, dude. I just
inconvenienced instead of fighting for your life.
I just love that whenever he went out there to go look for the keys, and he gets to the desk and everything. There's like money, guns,
Yeah, the fucking
like,
gun
everything there. It's
Both
just
of
like
their
everything
wallets.
except the keys.
Which goes to show his bumbleheadedness. Which again, you don't have much longer till they show that again when he goes to get supplies, and he comes back with soda and chips.
All the same kind. So that's another thing. Where the fuck did they get that gun?
Thank you for bringing this up.
Like, weapons are very hard to procure in Japan, especially a handgun.
The writers really took liberties with the fact that two random cleaning guys just have.
No, they're not cleaners. They're
fire extinguishers.
Fire extinguishers. Yeah, they refill the fire extinguishers.
But like that two random like handymen essentially just have a gun lying around on the table.
Yeah, just a gun sitting there on the table. And
version of Japan the writers wrote.
I mean, yeah.
It's interesting. It's pretty funny.
Fine.
I think as a
for all we know, it was a toy.
Oh, that'd be funny if it was a toy.
That would be hilarious.
Where he leaves it on the table, falls on it flat, because it was just like, this doesn't seem like something an ordinary person in Japan would have.
Yeah, just a gun laying around like, ah.
Well, actually, no. I know. So in the dub version, whenever the children are sticking up the men trying to get money from them,
yeah,
the girl goes, "I didn't have enough money, so all I could afford was a knife. I couldn't afford a gun."
Well, okay, so fair enough. I guess they've established in this universe that, weapons are fairly easy to come by in Japan.
But that was the English dub, though. She didn't.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I said that. I said that.
Yeah, the localization team trying to fix the retcon.
That could be because like just a random gun here for whatever reason. That was the first thing my eyes were drawn to. I was like, all right.
Gun.
But I will say that line right there when she says that, like, "Oh, I couldn't afford a gun." I will say that's one of the funnier parts of the dub, because I don't know. I just felt like it, because like I mean, even for a knife, she had a little piss hand of a knife,
Yeah, she was like just talking all normally, just like, "Hey, give me your shit."
I'm just trying to think of the alternative scenario. If she did have the money for the gun, how the fuck was she gonna procure it? Just a little girl walking up to the counter. Puts down money on the counter. One gun, please.
Okay, to be fair though, in this universe, would you put that like out of the realm of possibility?
It was like, I think that was possible. It was like, that's a good point.
At the same time, you could go to Black Fuji and probably find one in about 10 minutes.
That is also true.
I mean, that's where everybody got rid of all their illegal shit.
I don't know. I don't think that little girl would have the skills necessary to like refurbish the gun.
I also love Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
Oh yes, the prince.
Weird dude, like the did you cut their heads off?
Oh right. Dude, it's like
Pop.
Oh, yeah, he's like, you gotta remove the head. He kept popping it off.
Like
now,
this.
That's one thing in comparison. The dub I felt like didn't do justice. The joke wasn't as funny. Oh, you gotta twist their head off. And he starts twisting the head off. I was like, dude, it was funny when you just say remove the head. And he starts popping off with the.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down there and remove your head.
One moment.
Oh my god.
I feel like again that was better in the subs for that. Which I mean again, I'm somebody who's usually pro dubs, but like I was subs all the way with this one. Like, holy shit!
Yeah.
It was the delivery on some of the stuff was just great.
I mean, that's usually the rule of thumb to follow from usually most things pre 2010. So,
Army, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping by.
big props.
But no, it's so good. The movie, it's something else, man. Honestly,
The fuck, Jim?
What Jim say?
He called me.
Wow.
bitch, does he not understand this is podcast
Yeah,
time?
no, I was like, he's like, hey, yo, boy, can you hear me? I was like, yeah. He's like, are you there?
Good man. I hope I'm not interrupting.
I don't know what's going on, but I guess I'll give him a call here in a minute after the show.
But no, I mean, there were just so many strange characters throughout this entire thing.
Oh yeah.
There's the announcer, there's Prince, freaking
Calpus guy.
Fujio and his run, Calpus guy, dude,
With his
oh
gray
my-
water cannon. His gray water cannon.
His poopy water.
Oh god.
His
soup.
poopy cannon.
Is it
Remind me,
poop
Disgusting.
or is this? Wait, did you say no? Is this
It's
one or
one.
two?
Both.
Both.
Both right.
Oh my god.
It was that was nasty though. Props to the people in the VFX department for really making that work.
This movie is so just extra. There are the guys that they are using, the slaves who are generating electricity by using the squeezers. Oh my dude. Squeeze,
Was that
squeeze,
like
squeeze,
a
squeeze,
sign
squeeze, 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 squeeze,
Would that
squeeze.
work?
I don't think so.
And what's
Oh,
funny, whenever
yeah,
they
I mean,
weren't,
this
whenever they
movie was
weren't
definitely
squeezing,
like-
they were stuck in the motion of doing it.
Yes,
You see them, they're not doing it.
because whenever two of them are talking to the Calpus guy, like, yeah, our friends are still locked in there. They're just up there, just like.
Oh, and
So-
not only that, but they say squeeze, squeeze in the middle of their lines. Like, yeah, they're still in there, squeeze, squeeze.
That was funny.
So real quick,
I'm
so
back.
Army, this is like a, would you say like a B-rate movie kind of thing, or?
I would want to lead towards it's a B movie.
It's a B
yeah.
movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Japanese B movie with just over the top, like ridiculous moments. And to top it off, it's a zombie movie. It's great. It's
a
great.
horror comedy.
Tokyo-centered zombie comedy.
I would not even say horror. It's just straight comedy.
Zombie.
I mean, I agree. But like, horror in the sense of, I mean, there's zombies.
Just gross. Just gross horror.
Yeah, I say gross horror.
Yeah, sure. Dude.
Definitely have to say this is definitely like my second favorite zombie movie.
I think this is probably taking my first spot.
Shaun of the Dead is still number one for me.
Shaun of the Dead is
Funny
really
part
good.
about that is I've only ever seen 2 zombie movies.
Wait, okay, I have to know what's the zombie movie.
Yeah.
Number 1 would definitely be what was it called? Z Day, right? The one with
Z-Day?
Brad Pitt.
Oh,
World War Z?
World War Z.
World War Z. Yeah.
Oh, that one sounds good actually.
I never actually fully watched
only
it.
because
I
it
read
was
the
done.
book.
Clearly looked up to not be out of the loop. To be honest, after seeing some of the images, I can agree that some stuff can be over the top.
It's fucking
Mm.
awesome. I love it.
It works though. It works though.
It did. It really did.
It never was like a non-hit. Like whenever they were setting up some ridiculous shit, it was never like a, oh, well, that wasn't funny. Like it'll always at least get a fucking primo laugh at you.
And I'm not gonna lie, whenever you first showed us the trailer, I was not sold on it. I was kind of
No, no.
like, I was like, all right, whatever. I mean, if we're gonna do this, it's whatever, fine.
I mean, I think the only noticeable moment of the trailer was when Mitsuo like fucking yeets himself out of the van into the lake.
Yeah, it's just
The sound effects, the sound effect of it, like the whole.
dude, Dude, this shit absolutely slayed me.
And it was awesome on the delivery because he's like, I'm not good at
And how
what was
casual
it?
it
Something
was.
about I'm terrible at goodbyes or something like that, and just says, so
See ya.
bye, and he just jumps out.
And he clears a good 10 feet.
Dude, for real. Oh my gosh.
Now, what I would have liked to have seen is how he survived. Did he eat people?
Right?
Yes.
Right? Because he's thinking that he's a zombie, even though the zombie, whenever he got bit, had dentures, so he didn't get the virus.
Oh,
So, like-
spoilers.
Fuck it.
This whole thing is a spoiler. What are you talking about?
Yes, we're literally
Yes.
covering it. And anyways, there's a whole 5-year gap, and yet he doesn't look like he's lost any weight. He's been just perfectly
looks the
fine
exact
living
same, just a
among
little
the zombies.
He'd be like emaciated at this point.
So, what has he been eating? What has he been drinking?
And mind you, he can still jujitsu the shit out of somebody.
Yes. So, you think he's probably eaten someone at least.
At least once.
Him thinking he's a zombie and everything, going, "Oh, I have the agony of hell and everything in my body, and eating flesh is the only way to keep it from."
So yeah, he's definitely
Oh,
eating
yeah,
somebody.
somebody.
Because he knows.
Great cannibal.
I just don't know how he survived drowning.
I mean, he could probably swim.
I mean, apparently so.
But did
He has that big lung capacity.
I kind of just imagine he just kind of just sank to the bottom, and then at some point he just decided to get out of it.
I mean, I
Well, I mean,
also
when you
would
think
not put
about it-
past this movie.
Because he was convinced he was dead.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was not much longer later, and then Fujio wound up down there too. How come we didn't see him?
Right?
Oh yeah, now that you mention it.
Bonked his
Did
head and
Fujio
It was
and-
like minutes later
drifted
too.
downriver, maybe. I don't know.
Fujio and Beach survive. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we hear her name once in this entire movie.
Wait, what was it again? I don't even fucking remember.
Yukio or some shit, I think.
Yeah, Yukio.
Yukarin, right? Something like that, right?
You gotta love
You
how
said
the only
earlier.
like,
Wasn't that the chick that was Kyra Buckland?
Yes.
yeah.
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 It was like
You gotta love how
Yuka-
the only half
Yukarin.
decent woman in this movie was the jogging lady. Everyone else was either a bitch or like a pig.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
I think it would have been hilarious if we'd have saw her later on as like a jogging zombie or something.
That would have been a fun Easter egg. Just a jogging zombie casually jogging across the highway.
Can I
I
also
would've
say,
loved it.
Speaking of jogging, the ending when they're on the motorcycle
Oh,
and you see fucking Mitsuo charging after them.
I don't get how he keeps up with a motorcycle going
Straight kung fu hustle
40 miles
run.
an hour.
it's just
It's
fucking
the
booking it off after.
straight up kung fu hustle run.
May I also?
It's like the jogging in place thing, and then just animate them going basically.
Just like imagine a dude jogging in front of a green screen. That's what he looked like.
yes.
And
And
might I
somehow the
also
movie can
say,
sell us that he keeps up with a motorcycle going 40 miles an hour.
he wants to reach Russia on a fucking motorcycle.
You know what? It was Russian made. That's what matters.
Yeah, exactly. Like the movie says,
Exactly,
it's Russian
God
made,
damn.
you can do the job.
I hate to be
Oh
the
my
bearer of
God.
bad news, but there ain't no fucking land bridge.
I know.
I know, dude. I was sitting there. I was like, "What's he gonna do when he gets to the end here? The edge of the island." But,
I mean,
like,
that's
you
like
guys
how-
brought up like the whole what was it? Something about the plane, like possibly wanting
Yeah.
to fly or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Fujio. He not the brightest man.
Yeah, but
What's he gonna do?
like,
Punch it?
okay,
He's got dumb luck.
yeah. Given the crazy shit that's happened so far, would you put it past him?
No.
There you go.
I want to know how he was going to drive across the Pacific to get to the States.
Yeah,
You don't know.
that's
He would straight up drive. What am I even saying? He just straight up drive over water.
I believe that would work
Honestly,
in this movie.
You know
I
what?
was about to say, with how this movie is, that would probably work too. So yeah, I agree
Fuck
with
it,
Psycho.
yeah.
They'd even like park the car, be like, "Damn, I'm hungry." Do a fishing segment, and then go back to driving the car.
And then
That's
the
just
little
fucking
girl
floating
who is mute for 5 years, basically.
Oh my god. And then her her one
Well,
line.
her one line that she says, which is the thing that the mother calls, or
Was it like Bakayaro?
Yukio, calls Fujio all the time in the dub. Are you
Baka
stupid?
Baka
It made it to where she didn't say fucking, so that was
Yeah,
nice.
that's at least something.
I mean, she
So-
did have more lines. I mean, she was the one that was narrating.
Did she? Oh, that's
Oh.
right. I forgot she was the narrator.
She was the narrator.
yeah.
at the end.
Yep. The random
like?
narration,
Yeah, that you
What was that
don't
like in the
realize.
English stuff?
it was still just small child talking, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did they have the kids swear?
No.
No.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, she didn't swear at all.
I
Instead of
think
calling 'em
companies
fucking stupid.
cared a little bit more about tact back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, and then we had that one movie that came out in 2019. Good Boys, was it?
What?
Yeah.
Which
Good
one?
boys.
Good
It
boys.
was like this R-rated movie, but it starred like 9-year-olds.
Middle
And it was
schoolers.
written by Seth Rogen.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Times have changed. Times have changed.
Yeah, shit's weird now.
I mean, is there anything else anybody wants to touch on?
No.
I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot it.
I mean, I guess we could. There are a few takeaways we can take from this movie. The first being, environmentalism is apparently important. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a Black Fuji and zombie apocalypse.
Bet I'm ready.
Fucking right.
Don't create a volcano made solely of dirt, dead bodies, and trash. That's
Wait, was it even an actual volcano, or was it just a
No, it was just a
shitpile?
mountain.
Okay.
No, dude, it was. It erupted with zombies. Did you not see them flowing
God
everywhere?
damn it.
Shut up. Oh, so, all right. So what I was going to tell y'all earlier is that, so I worked early this morning, right? So me and Josh, we're going to rewatch the movie, and we're going to watch it in the English dub. All right, so we're watching. It gets, all of a sudden, like, AC turns on in the house, so it's getting really cold. I'm like, you know what? Give me a second. I don't even say this, actually. I just get up and grab my fucking blanket. And then my chair can, like, lean back and whatnot. Like, kind of go down or whatever. Like, I can lean back.
You can do the PewDiePie lean back.
Yeah, I can do the poods lean back. And so I get, like, nice and comfy. I put my feet up, and I'm watching it. And I fucking pass out.
what?
Bro, let me take
Yeah.
over here. Bro, I was checking the audio. I heard something. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? I'm looking around. Is that me? And then I look, and it's not the movie. I was making sure there wasn't like a grinding disc or anything. Sean was snoring into the goddamn mic. I'm just like, Sean, bro, you're snoring. He's like, I'm sorry.
Bruh.
Mind you, I'd been up since like
Awesome.
5:30.
Bruh moment for Sean.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Mind you, I've been up since 5:30. Went to bed at like 2 last night
Blah,
because
blah,
watching
blah,
and then
blah.
talking about shit for today. So I was a little tired,
No, how dare you?
and
You can't be forgiven. You slept on Tokyo Zombie,
How
my dude.
dare. Sleep.
like I said, all right. So it was AC was on, I had covers, and I was comfy.
And you were laid
I was
back,
straight cozy,
sleeping.
just straight cozy. I'm sorry, like sleep gonna hit. So yeah,
Army,
that's
I
my
agree with you. Shame for
That's
shame.
awesome.
Big F's
You know
in
what?
chat.
I don't want to. I don't need to take this abuse,
me.
right?
How dare you sleep on the hit 2005 movie Tokyo Zombie?
I don't need to take this shame.
It's like sleeping when you watch The Room. That's heresy, dude.
Oh my god,
You're
dude.
tearing
actually
me
don't know.
apart.
And
I actually
you have to wake
did.
your remote and quote every time a memorable quote comes on. Come
You
on.
slept on at the room? How the
Yes.
hell? Dude,
Because well, shit.
you just pop that shit in and watch Tommy
Did
do
you
his thing.
I didn't even hear that. Wait, did you say you slept during The Room?
Yes.
Chat.
F.
It
Y'all
was
gotta roast,
shit.
you gotta roast him on the subreddit now.
Yeah.
You gotta roast him to
There's gonna
shit.
be an entire subreddit.
I can give you an entire list of movies I've fallen asleep in. The
Boy,
Godzilla
why is
movie.
it so long? Do you need to go to
There
the
are now-
doctor?
There are now
Oh,
officially
no,
3
here's
types
the
of
question.
room watchers.
No, here's the real question. Why do you have a list?
A list of what?
He has a list of movies he's fallen asleep to. Why do you keep a list?
I'm just saying I
Matt
can
never
make a
paid for
list.
Sean's movie.
Oh,
ticket.
I
He
thought
might-
you had one pre-made. I was like, dude, why do you have a
No.
list?
Man, I've been prepared for this shit for the past 10 years.
I was ready in case anybody ever questioned why I slept through movies. Here's a list. I don't know what it proves, but here's a list.
Starting when I was
It
5
proves I
years
have
old.
narcolepsy, but
Sean, we're learning about a lot about Sean today, chat. Sounds like a list for the amount of fucks.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that does make a lot of sense. He does like making lists. Like, I mean, like we're all sitting there like, oh, we got a few like animes for our list. Sean's like, I got like 8 pages.
that's it. I mean,
Got a
he has
whole
seen a lot of anime, though. To be fair,
No,
Dude,
I'm
alright.
not- this is bloody.
Side tangent. Surprise, surprise, we have side tangent on our podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, last night I was trying to find a shitty anime that I watched one time on Crunchy. I've had my account for like on Crunchyroll for like maybe 6-7 years, all right? And I'm scrolling for a good like 10 minutes. I finally get down to like 2015 and then all of a sudden it bugs out. So then it's like it won't scroll anymore. I'm going, fuck, I gotta refresh the page. And it puts me all the way back to the very beginning. And I'm going, son of a bitch, I just went through 10 minutes of this scrolling and for nothing. So then I start scrolling again. And it does the same thing at the same point. I'm just like, you know what? I'm done with this.
They're trying to find the reference.
I never found the shitty anime.
oh, that's unfortunate. Fuck, dude, you never found it.
All right, now I've learned a moral from this podcast. Don't pay for Sean's movie ticket. He might just use that opportunity as a.
No.
Okay,
If
to be
I'm at
fair,
the
when we
theater,
went to
I
watch-
am actually. Go ahead. Actually, go ahead.
When we went to watch Detective Pikachu, I don't think. No, wait, you did
I did
fall
not.
asleep, didn't you?
No, I
You
didn't.
took
No,
a
I did
small
not.
nap. I'm
I
almost
hear,
When?
denial.
sure of it.
I hear denial.
When?
I'm okay. No, it might have been Jim. I remember somebody falling asleep for like 5-10 minutes during the movie.
That was not
Did you
me.
send him awake?
No, I was on the other side of like I think Jim's brother, so I was like
Oh,
at the
no.
end.
So you just kind of
That was me.
son of a.
It might not have been you. It might have been Jim. But we were all watching Detective Pikachu, and I guess he didn't fall asleep then.
Although I was at the movie theater like a whole hour and a half before y'all at our previously planned
To be
time.
fair, that was Jimothy's fault.
Just saying, I was
I'm
so
crippled.
Pissed.
You can't blame me for that.
I was so fucking pissed. I want you to know I was so pissed. I was like, this motherfucker told me to be here at this time, and I'm here. And where the fuck are they at?
I was crippled. I couldn't help it.
So, all our side tangents are now out of the way.
No more pins in it. So, how we think this movie's stacking up?
It was a very good watch. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna give it a straight up like 9 out of 10. It was funny as shit.
I'm gonna say as a comedy, it was definitely. I'm gonna say an 8. I'm gonna say an 8 for a comedy. As a zombie movie, though, could have used more zombies. It's like a 4 as a zombie film.
I'd probably give it about 9.5. There was never really any downtime where I was thinking, man, when is this gonna be over or anything. I was having a straight up good time the entire way through. And might I say, the practical effects in this movie are really good, really well done.
Yeah.
Sewage water.
Yeah.
Still thinking about it. Ugh.
Delicious.
I personally,
Shut up. Ooh. That point when we pointed out why their mouths are still open. They're like directed at the sewage, and they're just like.
And then the squeeze boys start running through.
Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Disgusting.
It's so good.
Sorry, continue.
Yes, please.
I give it an 8. I mean, comedy was there. It was great. As Sasha said, the practical effects were there. I wasn't big on some of the CG blood, but I mean, it was there for
it was terrible.
Obvious reasons. But I'd say the reason I give it an 8 is I feel like as far as the story goes, after the truck, like I said earlier, after the truck was stolen, the story kind of lost some momentum there. I mean, there was still comedy towards, up to the end and everything, but I just feel like story-wise, it was just kind of a drop-off. But I will say the building that they were using, the CG building, looked great up until the end, and Mitsuo's hair was kind of see-through. But
yeah, during the whole running and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, I would recommend. Obviously.
Yes.
I think it's hilarious. It's definitely
real quick mini theory. They built a pyramid. I think it was controlled by the Illuminati the whole time.
God damn it. Which one of you had a shit and loaded into a cannon? Well, it was fucking one of yous.
Oh my god. And then the lady calls down to the squeeze boy room.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on down there?
They're like, pick it up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Yo, bro, you're sweet.
They're still making our brothers do the squeeze, squeeze. That was my favorite subtitle, I think.
Your SPM looking kind of low, bro. You gotta up those. You gotta up it. Those are rookie
Squeeze
numbers.
for a minute.
Squeezes per minute, chat. Those are very. You gotta up your SPM.
All right, guys. Sasha, what's the YouTube?
It is Caffeinated Weebs at youtube.com.
Can you tell us our Twitter?
Weebs at Weebs Podcast.
Yes.
Got a double today.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Hello.
What's our Twitch?
So you can watch us live at twitch.tv/Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. See live reactions, our funny faces, and probably some things that'll cut out of YouTube upload. So, make sure to catch it all.
Yeah. Josh, go and do your shit.
Josh.
Every time.
Let me fill it in. Josh, what's our subreddit? Oh, thanks for asking, Sean. It is our Caffeinated Weebs on Reddit.
Make sure you post memes about John sleeping through movies.
You know
You
what?
can discuss
That's totally fine.
suggestions.
Oh, good
Yeah.
I
question,
want the
Army.
room memes.
That's a good question on Army's part. Is YouTube just an archive for the podcast? Kind of yes and no, because as one of the editors, what I like to do is I'll cut out some of the Twitch interactions if I feel either they're kind of out of the way, like out of left field, because some people ask those questions we're not expecting, or I'll include, funny edits, emphasizing certain points and visuals to help accompany it. So it's a different viewing experience. It isn't
Yeah.
just an archive. So.
And I will say
Twin
that
it
I
down.
also edit these episodes, and you will see a huge difference between my edits and Psycho's edits.
Bro,
Because I am lazy on my edits.
Yeah, I haven't told
Psycho goes all out.
But you know that title with that I'll put out the title and then we'll do the coffee thing, right? The coffee liquid coming in and doing the transition.
Yeah.
Like, I'll actually do a masking layer so that all the coffee matches up as it covers the title. It is a whole process when I have to edit.
Understandable.
There are some noticeable changes.
He does good work. He does really good work. And I can't match that level of energy on editing. I can't. But yeah. So you can also listen to us on podcast format on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Spotify. There's a few other places you can listen to us on. I just don't have them written down or on the list from Anchor. But if you decide to listen to us on Anchor, you can actually leave us a little like voice message recording type of thing, and we can reply to it on the podcast.
I want that to happen because we haven't had that happen yet, and I'd be like that would be really cool. I want to see what happens and how I can react to it.
For sure. And the podcast on actually podcast format comes out on Wednesdays, while our YouTube comes out on Fridays. And I dropped the ball this week and
Sean
fucked that up. So this next week, I'm going to be releasing Friday's episode tomorrow, and Psycho will have Friday's episode for Friday. So yeah, way to go, guys!
With my pick. Speaking of my pick, I also get the pick for next week.
Oh yeah, what are we doing?
Well, it was a bit of a toss-up because I did want to do a little bit of a discussion with like Vocaloids by doing a pick for Mikaku City actors, but we're gonna continue with the Edge Fest instead, and we're gonna have them watch King's Game.
Another game.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yes, another game. More edgy games.
I'm down.
The edge game continues.
You mentioned it, yeah. Darwin's Game and now King's Game, bro. Where's the creativity at?
The edge games
Everybody has
continue.
themes.
That would be.
We do have a Discord. Yes.
How come we never advertise that?
But
Yes, we have a Discord. It's actually down below,
Oh,
and
good.
I think we have it set up for command. I don't think so, actually. Nope. I will have to do that. That will be set up in the future. But this has been episode 38 of the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. I've been one of your hosts, Shawnee095. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the same handle.
I've been Psychometryyy with 3 Y's at the end. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
He's no longer Psychometry.
What do you mean?
You said you have been Psychometry.
I've been, as in, this has been, you know.
I have existed as.
You know. Say that.
I'm SashasStreams. Yay. I'm on Twitch and Twitter at SashasStreams.
I'm zombie_jaw. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
And once again, guys, thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate everyone who showed up, and thank y'all for listening. See y'all next week.
Get ready.
What the fuck did you say?
Ready for the Edge.
Edge Fest.
The Edge Fest. The Edge games continue.
I'm feeling it.
John, you're doing a lot of